Today I'm going to be reading you guys a book called In the Rainforest. And before I get started reading this book, I want to ask you guys a question. What would you bring into the rainforest?
Gear. Definitely an umbrella. Hey, that was mine.
Okay. What would you bring?
Well, I would bring some rain boots, and I would bring what do you call it?
Rain jacket?
Yeah, and a rain hat.
Cool. So, in this book, it says stuff to bring is bug repellent, waterproof backpack, camera, and pencil, if you want to take notes. I mean, up to you. Waterproof box for holding snacks, extra socks, binoculars, and a magnifying glass. Now, it also has stuff to leave at home. Now, these are going to question you, but just wait till I read the book. So, leave your chocolate bars. They're going to melt. It's going to be hot.
I know that.
Blue jeans. It just takes too long to dry. And your rain boots. Sneakers are going to be fine. Question looks, I know, but just wait. Ready for a tour of a tropical rainforest? Come on, this trip starts here. So, in a tropical rainforest, there's no spring, summer, fall, or winter. It's warm all the time, there's more rain and also more sunshine in tropical rainforests than anywhere else. Plants can grow all year round. Unlike these in the forests of temperature climates where there are different seasons, more plants and more different types of plants grow in tropical rainforests than any place else on the earth. So, right here I have a diagram. It says how much rain. So this is a glass of water. It says temperature climates get 20 to 30 inches of rain. Okay. 20 to 30 inches of rain a year. A tropical rainforest gets 10 times that amount. Almost 200 inches a year. Do you guys even know how much 20 to 30 inches is?
Yeah. Probably like...
Well, we know that
like
12 inches in a foot.
These.
So that's almost, it's about 2.5 feet, right? Right, 2.5 feet. So if you think of 200 inches, I'm not good at math. We're just gonna go on.
I'll do it for you.
So,
I can do it mentally very good.
Oh, that's impressive.
I only like mentally.
So the forest floor is covered with a layer of dead leaves and twigs called leaf litter. Because there's no winter, most trees and plants don't lose their leaves all at once. Instead, they drop a few leaves all year round. Leaf litter is important. In the warm, damp rainforest, it quickly rots and turns to compost, which is plant food. This compost is vital to the forest. Vital means life-giving. The trees and plants need compost to grow. Okay, so the forest floor is very shady. The plants down here are called understory plants because they are able to grow taller than the taller plants that block the light. Even without much sun, their leaves can be very big. So,
did you notice the word?
No, I didn't know so. That's pretty cool. So, this person right here is saying, hey, my sneakers are dry. I thought rainforest would be like a swamp. And the forest tour guy or whatever says, no, the thick layer of leaves above keeps a lot of the rain from getting down here, except during the rainiest months. So that's why you didn't need rain boots, right? Because it ain't wet down there. So, before I read this page, so you see this chart right here? It says, can you find each of these animals? I want you to come up here and point to the anteater. You find it? Shh, not your turn.
Did you see?
Found it? Okay. I need you to come up here and find this tiger.
That tiger?
No, this one.
That is not a tiger.
Tapir. Whatever.
Whatever that
Just find it.
That was so easy.
Oh man, you're so good. Alright. Can you point to the jaguar? Find the jaguar on the page. Not that one. The one like in this thing. You find it? I think he's hiding up here. Is that him? Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
2 more to go.
Besides plants, millions of animal species live in rainforests. Surprisingly few are mammals. Some of the larger mammals live only on the forest floor and in the understory. But you probably won't see them. They're hiding from another understory mammal, the jaguar, the largest rainforest cat. What's up?
We forgot to do this one and that one.
Well, that's not really important. I just wanted each of you guys to do one, you know?
I have the answer.
Okay, next page. Many rainforest mammals are arboreal. Yep. That means they spend much of the time high in the trees. You may see them when you put up your harnesses and start climbing. So now they're gonna climb the trees. Yikes. Okay. Here's a little diagram on this page. This says an average sized tree. So you guys know your trees in the backyard you climb all the time? Imagine climbing that twice. Straight up.
Oh.
It's pretty tall, right?
I'll just think about it.
Just keep going. Like, and not looking down.
The answer is 16 remainder of 8. I didn't even see them cut that.
Girl, please. Alright. So the part of the rainforest above the understory is called the canopy. There's more sun up here, and it's much more crowded with plants and animals. It's not easy to get up into the canopy because it's so high. Scientists use ropes and clamps to climb the huge trees. I'm pretty good at tree climbing, right?
I don't know until I go down after Ed.
They build observation platforms and walkways going from tree to tree so they can study the living things that make the canopy their home. Pretty cool, right? So,
I'm just eating an apple, that's fine.
That's fine. Alright, so.
It is 16 remainder of 8.
What kind of creatures do you guys see in this little plant right here? Just call them out.
Snakes, lizard, crab, frog, lizard, spider, a bird trying to eat the spider, dragonfly, a bug, tons of other bugs on the lower leaves, snakes, a ladybug apparently. Nope, that's a spider.
Alright, cool.
Look at that. That's not a spider. That's a...
Okay.
It must have 8 legs. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're correct.
Alright. So under this platform, there's a special kind of plant called a euphyte. Euphytes grow on other plants instead of on the ground. They have hardly any roots at all. They get their food and water from the air. Many euphytes are shaped to catch rainwater in the spaces between their leaves. A big one can hold up to 10 gallons of water. These euphytes are sometimes called tank plants because they're like storage tanks for water to be shared by creatures living in the canopy. Across the canopy, water-storing euphytes grow everywhere. They cover the tree trunks, they sit on branches, and they balance on twigs. They even grow on other euphytes. Millions of canopy animals depend on the tank plant's water supply. The animals drink it, lay eggs in it, swim in it, and catch food in it. Some of them make nests or hiding places among the euphyte's leaves. Without these plants, all these frogs, lizards, snakes, insects, mammals, and birds would have tough time staying alive. The canopy would be a much emptier place. So you guys are right. Got all of those bugs right there. Climb even higher and you'll be above the canopy. This is called the emergent layer because it's where the tallest trees emerge or stick out above the rest. Your head will be emerging from the branches into the sunshine. This is the part of the rainforest that gets most of the sun. You'll be hotter than you ever thought you could be. It can be really windy at the top of the rainforest, but most rainforest plants are not pollinated by wind. Instead, they depend on animals, usually flying animals like birds and insects, for pollination. Fruit-eating birds and bats also help spread seeds through their droppings.
Wow. Are those spiders or ants?
I think those are ants. They're army ants.
They're termites.
I'll get to them in a second.
That's a man, that's a woman.
Okay. The more you look around the canopy, the more different kinds of insects you will see. Scientists have found that there are more insects tropical rainforests than in any other kind of animal. Maybe you don't like insects. Get over it. They're very important. Take ants, for instance. Ants live in every part of the rainforest.
And universe.
These ants make nests inside their branches. They protect their home by attacking the tree enemies like beetles and caterpillars. They could eat up all its leaves. Boys. Other ants live on the forest floor like these army ants. Usually they don't make nests. Instead, the whole colony, more than 500,000 ants, camps out and hunts together in a huge group, capturing everything in sight. Frogs, lizards, beetles, grasshoppers, ants, mice, wasps. Army ants help keep the forest floor from getting too crowded. Do you see these little brown ants? They live underground, under the forest floor, but all day, every day, they leave their tunnels and travel up the tall tree trunks down again. Each one brings back a little piece of green that it has cut from a leaf. They are called leaf cutter ants. So, these ants right here carry up to, 6 times their weight? 6 times? Can you do that?
I need another weight.
Okay, doesn't matter. So, this next page is going to blow your guys' mind. You ready?
Not necessarily, but okay.
Here's the nest under this anthill. Well, it's not exactly an anthill, is it? It's an ant mountain. Okay? Let's take a little thought here. Close your eyes. 3 feet high, 8 feet wide. That's how big this anthill is. Okay?
We had an anthill in the front, back/front yard.
That's about the size of your couch.
And it was actually closest to the neighbor boulevard. And we told Mommy to go out. And in the anthill. Is it still there?
That's crazy. All right, let's keep going.
Is it still there?
The tunnels lead to rooms where the leaf cutter ants store the cut leaves. One nest can have more than 1,000 rooms. Ants in a big colony like this will bring in about 100 pounds of leaves each day. They use the leaves to make their food. Not all leaf cutter mounds are so big, but the ants' work is important. Their mounds make patches of soft, loose soil where plants can grow. The garbage they carry out, tons of used leaves and fungus, add compost. There can be thousands of leaf cutters colonies in a rainforest with billions of workers plowing up the soil. Because they're digging, rainwater is able to soak up into the ground more easily. The ants help the trees and other plants stay alive. Now, you see the tropical rainforest from the top to bottom and underneath, too. It's divided into 4 parts: the forest floor, the understory, the canopy, and the emergent layer. But these parts are definitely not divided from each other. Instead, they depend on one another, and they will depend on the rain. The rain makes the canopy grow thick and green. Leaves fall from the canopy and fertilize the forest floor. The litter feeds the roots of the trees. The trees then grow more leaves. Leaves for leaf eaters, plus flowers for pollinators, fruit for fruit eaters, and perches for euphytes, all which keep the canopy thick and green. Everything gets recycled. Everything balances out. The rainforests of the world are incredibly old. Left alone, it's likely they could go on forever.
Wait,
What's
did
up?
you read this?
You want me to read this? This is the cycle.
No. I prefer not, because
Wait.
I really got it.
Did you see this? It went down, so the rain must have, and then it got soaked and it came down and made that thing grow.
That's exactly what happened.
So I was right.
Yep.
Why is there a post metal over there? It's supposed to be.
That's okay. But the rainforests may not go on forever because people are cutting them down all over the world as fast as they can. Sometimes people clear rainforest land to make farms. Sometimes companies cut the trees to sell the wood. They don't understand that cutting the forest makes the perfectly balanced system fall apart.
And make it look like the desert. And
Take away the trees and all the animals and plants that live in them and on them, around them, and under them will have nowhere to live anymore, and they'll die. Take away the trees and plants and all the roots that held the soil together disappear. Without them, the thin layer of good soil quickly gets washed away by all the rain. The bare dirt underneath gets hard. The sun bakes it harder until nothing can grow in it except few grasses and weeds. Once it's gone, a natural rainforest can never become back. So, luckily, there's still a lot of rainforests left in many parts of the world, and a lot of people are trying to keep them healthy. Some scientists who want to study and learn from life in forests. Some are people who think rainforests are beautiful and amazing, something that should not be lost forever. They will have to work hard, but they believe that rainforests are worth it. What do you think?
you forgot to mention beach.
What do you think? Rainforest important?
Yeah, rainforest is important.
What? You guys want to know some facts about what
Wait,
camp?
you
Hold on.
forgot to read that.
Let's go back. I have lots more to show you. So, this is what came from a rainforest. Are you ready? This might blow your mind. So, without a rainforest, we wouldn't have chocolate.
I don't care.
Okay, boy. Shh, slow down.
I don't really.
We wouldn't have bananas, pineapples, cinnamon, sugar.
You wouldn't have all of that?
No.
The sugar cane only grows in like the rainforest and sandy areas, right?
Rice, pepper, oranges, coffee. Okay, talk coffee talk, you guys.
Coffee.
A lot of those can be grown in our aunt's garden.
Some medicines, tea. So,
It's over. Done. Thank you.
claps. Okay.